Moto2 about to get underway then for its second round of the championship. We're here at the Ayrton Senna circuit in Brazil. First time we've been here at the circuit since 1989. First time we've had a Brazilian Grand Prix since 2004. Welcome back to Brazil, and Moto2 is gearing up for action. Now, just as pre-warning, we've got the Moto3 graphics on at the moment, so as we transfer over to them, just know that there's a spoiler warning in effect. Right, let's head down to Susie.
I was a great result and good start in Thailand. I feel very good all the weekend with the bike, and I enjoy a lot. I could control the situation, and I arrived to the last lap with opportunity for the win the race. But I a little bit go long in the last corner, but get this P2, it's so nice for start the season.
You finished 2025 winning in Valencia. I imagine you were really keen and really excited to get going again this year.
Yeah, I finished in Valencia with the win. This is amazing. I enjoy a lot this weekend in Valencia. Give this victory to finish the season. I finished with too much confidence with the bike, and I understand the Bosco Oscuro. I arrived to Thailandia with the same feeling. This is so important.
They say that Moto2 class is very, very difficult. Take us back to your first year in this category. How tough was it?
Yeah, in 2023, my first year in the category, it was so complicated for me. Mentality, it's a challenge year. I didn't understand nothing, the tires. I crashed, and I don't understand the front tire with the Dunlop. But when in the last part of the season, I understand the bike, understand the tires, and I get good results.
You spent a lot of years with the Aspar team. What prompted the move to the Blue Crew?
Yeah, after 5 years with the Aspar team, we get good results. We win 2 championships, the Junior GP and the Moto3 World Championship, and I'm so happy for this. But I felt I needed a change, and told me this is amazing project with the Yamaha, with Pramac, and I like too much, and I signed with this amazing team. I'm so happy for stay in Yamaha.
What is your target this season then?
Yeah, my goal for this season is arrive for all the races in the battle for the front positions.
Do you feel that you're in good shape to do that this year?
Yeah, I try win in Brazilian, but the important is the feeling. Get good laps and get good information, because here I don't have information. But it's time to enjoy and enjoy with the old people.
Well, Alex, we've just heard from Isan, and it looks like he started this season just as strongly as he finished in Valencia last year. He's had he's had a full season on the Bosco Oscuros now, and he's getting to grips with that. Are we starting to see his potential, do you feel?
So the qualifying was a bit strange for us, because we were fast in all 3 before session. So we really don't know what happened in the qualifying. He had no grip at all in the rear tire. Could be some problem in the tire. Could be that yesterday the qualifying was like delayed, and we got like too many hours the tire under the thermo. So maybe it could be something in the tire, but we will discover it today. I'm sure that he likes the bikes, he likes the track, and he will push a lot in the first 2-3 laps to get immediately the first part of the race.
This is his second year with the team. He wanted a new challenge. What is he like to work with?
With Isan, we made a really good job last year. We teach him to understand the bike like step by step, not change all the time something, just learn the circuit, learn the bike, and really trust is crucial. When he's crucial, say we must move something, he understands it's the time to do it. So I really appreciate how he started to understand how we work, and he continued to grow up.
Well, Gino Borsoi is very complimentary of him, and he always speaks very highly of Isan, wants to see him in MotoGP maybe as early as next year. But do you see that in Isan Guevara?
About the next season, I have no idea. I know that Gino Borsoi know Guevara from the Moto2, and they won incredibly season together, so they have a good relationship and they know each other pretty well. And Isan use like Gino to make to get a lot of information to grow up.
All the best today. Thanks for talking to us.
Thank you. See you soon.
I'm not sure Alex De Angelis understood any of those questions there. However, we can take them and mix them about and get a sort of general sense there. He's qualified 13th here, Isan Guevara, so it's going to be pretty tough from there today, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, because you've got the two Aspar boys at the front who've got incredible pace, Olgado and Alonso, so they're going to try and stretch it, but Tyre's going to come into it. In a way, in Moto3, they didn't come in as much as I thought they were going to. I know they stopped it at the end. They're starting to drop, so that's going to play a part. But
yeah, because we didn't get the full campaign, did we?
No, but from there on the grid for Guevara, it is going to be tricky. It's Moto2. The problem is, even if you get an okay start and you can steal one or two places, you're still outside the top 10. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's going to be tricky.
We're seeing a little bit, you know, some of the riders that did really well last time in Thailand really struggle around here. What would you put that down to?
Well, I think it's a completely different scenario this weekend, you know, with this new track.
Is it because it's got holes in the track?
Yeah, it's got holes in the track. It's got, well, not anymore, but he had the whippers coming through. They didn't have as much track time. They had to use the wet tires for most of the Friday. So all of that, and obviously discovering a new track, it gives certain riders an opportunity. So certain riders adapt faster than others, as well as teams. And we're seeing you know, a few differences in the order. That said, though, the Aspar boys in Moto3 delivered, and they're starting 1 and 2 in Moto2, so that team is not doing a bad job, are they?
No, they're doing a great job. I just saw, obviously, the reigning Moto2 world champion, Diego Moreira, just having a little look. Obviously, it's his home Grand Prix, and they always like to look at the classes that they've managed to conquer. He'll be looking forward to the race a little bit later, but they had to qualify this morning, obviously because of the topsy-turvy weekend that we've had and the tipsy-turvy weekend we've also had. So track time has also been difficult to get the consistency in conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, luckily for the Moto2 riders this morning, it was quite consistent and completely dry. All the wet patches have gone, but they'll have gathered a lot of data from that. So you pretty much can guarantee all the riders will be making some changes to the bikes, to the settings.
What about this boy, though? Danny Olgado, tremendous form from him this weekend, having to go through Q1 because of everything that happened yesterday, and putting it all together this morning. Just looks on fire, doesn't it?
Yeah, looks on fire. He was so impressive as a rookie last year. Started this season as some people's favourite.
He's mine.
And is he? Yeah. And obviously David Alonso is a teammate. What's interesting, they get on as teammates very well, but them two are head-to-head not only for this year or this race. You've got forever to get the next MotoGP ride. Both those names are up for potentially to go to the Gresini team. I believe it's sort of between them. So, you know, just to put another layer of pressure on them both. Whilst they're sat on the grid, they're like, right, now I'm going to take it to my teammate. Normally in head-to-head fights, I've got to say, actually, David Alonso's been the man, hasn't he?
And just sort of staying with that for a minute, you mentioned that battle for the rides next year, because there's an obvious couple of names that probably won't be getting a ride next year. You know, how many Moto2 riders do you think will get the chance to get a MotoGP ride next year?
Well, it could be 2. So at the moment, it looks like it will be 2. So these 2, yeah. Like Neil said, you know, your teammate is the first guy you want to beat, and that starts there. But then when you add the fact that you are in competition to get that MotoGP ride, that makes a huge difference. I gotta say, though, Olgado last year as a rookie was so impressive. And we didn't expect him. We expected more Alonso to perform. So them two are very much matched. And on a track like here, where there's very little experience, it's going to be a tough battle.
And David Alonso is responding to that pressure that's been piled on him, which is really good to see, isn't it? As we look at this is Guyana, everybody. I think we surprised all of us. We thought it was going to be smaller than this, but it's quite a big city. But let's hear from Alex Escrich on the front row.
Alex, it looks like it's been a really positive weekend here in Brazil. How important do you think qualifying on the front row is here at this particular track?
For sure a lot, because yesterday seeing the sprint of MotoGP, they cannot overtake a lot, but anyway,
The objective was first, second road, try to improve, try to learn, but we are competitive, so for sure we will fight for good positions, and at least we are here to show our potential.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
He's looked good this weekend, hasn't he?
Really good. I mean, last year they were the odd practice session, mixed conditions. He put his name up there, but he's on the forward chassis, which has never been favoured in Moto2. They've had very few results over a long period of time. But we've come to this track. It's a leveller, like we've said. No one's got data. The rider can make the difference, and I'm so pleased to see a Scritch up there. I mean, he's a tall rider. We in Sylvan were just talking.
Really tall.
Very tall. Yeah.
He'll be 6'1", maybe even 6'2". He is as lean as a bean. I mean, you've never talk about zero body fat. We saw him running around the track, didn't we, the other day? And yeah, I mean, he's ripped. So, do you know what? I'm sort of rooting for him, the underdog, the guy on the forward. You know, he's not been in this position before, so it'd be so good to see him get away with the two Aspire boys and maybe dragged onto a podium.
Yeah, let's jump back, though, to pole position. Daniel Gordo is chatting with that.
Danny, it's been a busy day for Moto2 riders, and you've turned it around through from Q1 onto pole position. That must give you a real boost ahead of this race.
Yes, very happy with the pole position from this morning, but now we have the race, the important moment of the weekend, but I'm ready. Yesterday I did a good job with the team during the morning session in the race simulation. I feel very good with the bike. Nothing. I need enjoy. It's the most important today. Enjoy with the Brazil people and nothing more.
Thanks, Danny.
Thank you very much.
A great performance this morning. Where we had a pretty upside-down grid in Moto3, you can't say that in Moto2. It looks pretty much where you thought it would be. But behind the pole, Manu Gonzalez. Let's have a chat about Manu.
Oh, he's got consistency, and Manu Gonzalez actually was the one, let's say, the one of the favourite that was the fastest straight away. He adapted really quick. They caught up since, and yeah, like you said, Susie, we've got a grid, let's say, more traditional, because they've had an extra day, you know, to work on the track, on setting up their bikes. They qualified this morning, and yeah, we've got, let's say, the order of the race is less upside down or topsy-turvy than the Moto3. But Gonzalez, definitely somebody, you know, for the win and in the battle, because of the tire wear, because of the tire degradation that we're going to get. We're expecting a big drop in lap time, aren't we, Neil?
Yeah, it's going to play a big part in this race, Susie.
Cele Viete, we were just looking at there, going from the third row. How do you rate his chances from what you've seen this weekend?
I think he's going to be nowhere, to be honest. He's sort of was really disappointing last year. He was sort of struggling most of the weekend. That was really getting a bit of a toll. So I can't see him really fighting up at the front. It's going to be between, it's the Aspar boys, yeah. Manu Gonzalez.
What about Angel Becerras? Because you can never write off Angel, can you?
Well, as a rookie, I mean, it's so impressive. He's one of those riders you never knew I was going to adapt to Moto2, but he's already overperformed. He's nothing to lose, and to say one thing we know about him, he's confident. He's got a lot of self-confidence, and he's a hard charger. So if he can get a start, he won't be afraid to let the brake off.
And the fact that he's qualified on the second row also bodes well for him, doesn't it? All right, let's go to, in fact, next to him, let's have a chat with Colin Veyer, who qualified in 6th.
Colin, 26 laps around here. Just describe how the tyres have been behaving and how much you're going to have to look after them in this race.
I think it's going to be very important. First of all, the heat is already quite high at the moment. Track temperature is quite high. But yeah, let's see. I feel quite okay. Qualifying was quite good. I managed to make a decent lap, get myself on P6. Long race, my fitness is quite well, so let's hope that's going to work out. But yeah, try to fight till the end and see if we can fight for the top positions.
Enjoy it.
Thank you.
It's easy to kind of accept that it's hot. You know, we hear that it's really hot here. Ambient is about 30, track temperature's high. How much is fitness going to come into this across all the classes, really? Moto2, you know, they've got 26 laps. MotoGP have got 31 laps, and it could be even hotter by then. Yeah,
it's huge. You can't underestimate how difficult it will be. Moto3, obviously, it's a couple of laps less. The bikes aren't as physical. You get more of a rest of the straight. You need to be fit, but it's not the be-all and end-all. Weight's more important in that class. by the time you get up to Moto2, these bikes are much heavier, produce a lot more power, the straights become a lot shorter. Now it starts about fitness. But then when you go up to the MotoGP level, you cannot believe all the MotoGP riders are obsessed with training for one reason, because they know what it's like. You suffer. It's the longest 40 minutes of your life. You get halfway through a MotoGP race and you're on fire and you're hating everything about it. You think, I need to train harder. And that's why everyone is obsessed with training. So, yeah, it's so difficult, Susie.
And I suppose the younger riders, you know, coming through, you think you can do it, but you learn from the older riders that put you in place. Like, you know, we were talking about Max Quiles coming from the Alex Marquez stable. He's going to have all that in front of him and then some, isn't he?
And it's what an advantage it is, because what a lot of young riders do is they learn the hard way. They do things wrong. They think they need to put on muscle at times when they actually don't need to. That creates hormone pump, that creates lactic acid. You end up in a really anaerobic state during a race. And when you're sat at home, you're watching it, you can't quite appreciate where the heart rate's at. I remember Alex Rins, after the first race, was showing his heart rate was, you know, over 200 beats a minute during the race.
And you don't think about it when you're sitting at home on the sofa, because you're watching all the action, which is always just fantastic. So always worth a mention, really, the conditions that they are in here. And it is really hot and it's really humid. But Danny Holgado goes from pole position. Michael is alongside Gav.
It's been a great day for Aspar so far. Will it continue in Moto2 now? Alex Eskrich could be the fly in the ointment. He starts on the inside with David Alonso alongside him. But Danny Holgado, after such a good start to the year with third in Thailand, he's on pole.
Moto2 is about to get underway for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Here's your starting grid then. Daniel Holgado lines up on pole from Alonso, Alex Eskrich. Then we get Gonzalez, Piqueras, Colin Vire, ahead then of Alonso Lopez, Justina Vietti, Mario Argi, Tony Alberino, Daniel Munoz. Ahead then of Ivan Ortola, Izan Guevara, Barry Bolter, Sergio Garcia, Joe Roberts, Philip Salic, Dennis Onchu, and then we get in Amon Sasaki, Taya Furasato, Adrian Huertas, Santa van der Gerberg, Dennis Foggia, Alberto Fernandez, Aaron Canet, Jorge Navarro, Jose Antonio Rueda, and then right to the back, Senna Ikas. All set then for Moto number 2. Let's check in with Gav.
Mechanic Roberto Lunade, and there's been tributes to him down on the grid. Right, they head out on their final warm-up lap, Michael. What's going to happen here from what we've seen in Moto3 already?
Well, the scene is certainly set with the Aspar domination in Moto3 in qualifying this morning with a 1-2 on the grid here in Moto2. Both riders want to lead the charge. I think Holgado, we've often seen he likes to lead those early laps in the race. There's someone testing the long lap penalty lane. It is a long way around the outside of there and quite dirty.
You saw track temperatures as well there, Michael. 53 degrees track surface, the air 30. That is stifling, as Susie and the boys were talking about. But also it means, as we saw in Moto3, the tyres dropped off.
Yeah, but the entire grid have opted for the softest option on the front and rear. You've got an SC1 and an SC2 for the front end. Everyone's on that SC1 softer front.
Who's that throwing it up the inside of Manu Gonzalez on the warm-up lap? That'll wake you up, won't it?
Yeah, Manu not get too flustered though.
Yeah, Manu has pace, doesn't he? Just couldn't quite get pull the lap out. Had a couple of moments, didn't he, on his fast lap in qualifying earlier. So he heads up the second row of the grid. There is his rival today, Danny Holgado, on pole. Danny likes to lead from the front.
Loves to control a race from the front. It was Tony Arbolino who actually came through on that outside lap on Manu Gonzalez. But yeah, talking about the 96 machine, Danny Holgado loves to set a pace.
Here we go. Time to get this race started for Moto2. Megan's making her way into the booth as well. Oh dear, hang on a minute. Live editing on air as the sensors are a little bit off. So, Daniel Holgado on the right, David Alonso in the centre, Alex Eskrich alongside, Green flag at the back. The lights will activate to the red. And we will begin racing in Moto2 for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Great start from Hologado. He'll go wheel to wheel with Alonso. And into the lead of the race already down towards turn 1. Late on the brakes, Alex Escree goes into the lead. Alonso Lopez is second. Round the outside comes Manuel Gonzalez. Are they all going to make it through cleanly? Yes. Munoz takes second. The pole starter, Hologado, down a couple of places already. So is Alonso Lopez. Alex Escree has the lead as Tony Alberino has dropped down to 6th position. Dennis Foggia's down 4. Now this is the tricky tight turn 4 complex. Can they have the inside line? Yes, they do. And as they rise back up, Alonso now back into 8th position after the restart. But yeah, not too bad. A couple of positions at the moment. They rise up once more. They're all swapping positions in the centre. Mario Aggi gets ahead of Angel Baqueras, but Alex Escree has got the top advantage. Then Munoz, Navarro down now as well into 20. Well, he's up 4 places actually from where he started. Munoz up 9 places already from where he got as Alonso goes to the inside line of Vietti. Smooth start so far as we complete lap 1. Alex Escree leads, Munoz in 2nd, Hologado 3rd, Lopez 4th, Gonzalez 5th position. I feel like I'm repeating myself, Megan. Hello.
Probably, yeah. But again, that's how things go. Someone's just made an overtake there. I think it was Vietti.
Yeah.
And then
Suzuki's out? Yeah, Amum Suzuki has dropped down into 28th position.
Yeah, he had to stop on track, look.
Then again, his transponder's not working. Look, the timing tower's not working here.
Did he start?
Where's the mouse?
There.
Let's have a look. They're coming on one by one.
You can do that? I didn't know that I could do... Okay. That would have made my MotoGP things a lot easier.
What?
Oh! Lead.
Lead change coming through. Daniel Munoz takes the lead away from Alex Escree. David Alonso moving in. Where is Alonso? There's Alonso Lopez, but where's David Alonso? He's down in 7th position. Presume you can say David Alonso because that's how it's pronounced, not David Alonso. It's David Alonso.
I'm not saying that.
Typical. Well, you're going to have to really specify David Alonso and Alonso Lopez because they're getting close together on the circuit right now.
I'll just say Lopez.
This is the move down to turn 6. Good move on the inside from Munoz.
How has the track been today?
Moto3 was basically airplanes.
Oh.
Moto2 seems to be the same as, once again, we've got advantage moving at the front of the field, trying to get in positions, and they're just touching ever so slightly as well. The top 3, Munoz, 121.989. He's got the fastest lap of the race as things currently stand.
Everything's looking very orderly compared to what it usually is with this. Someone just moved down the order. Can't see who.
Give me a minute and you will be able to.
Remember to press back on that.
I know. This is getting quite entertaining now, isn't it, Megan?
It is. What is going on?
Well, you like messages.
That's true, I do.
So there you go.
Oh. Someone's just dropped a few... Is it Navarro?
Yes, Navarro's dropped down a couple of places. As look at the battle now as Munoz and Hologado. Hologado's taken the lead of the race. He jumped ahead, coming through in the back half of the sector. Zonta van der Gerberg's dropped down to 27th position and confirmed. I cannot see Amum Suzuki anywhere. He has retired from this event, Megan.
Alonso passes Alonso Lopez.
Oh, well, we knew that Alonso's will be in here somewhere across the line.
And did he start? Vietti goes into 16th.
David started in 7th, and Alonso Lopez down 3 places from where he started, 2nd on the grid. Yeah, look at Guevara. Isaac Guevara, 121.937. He's got the fastest lap so
Long
far.
lap penalty for the 16 and the 84.
Well, the 16 is that of Joe Roberts, and who was the other?
The 84.
Zonta van der Gerberg. Maybe they've had contact together. That might explain what's happening with that penalty. As Joe Roberts, if that's a long lap penalty being served, Zonta van der Gerberg has saved his. Roberts did drop down 3 places, though, just that time around.
Gonzalez moves into 4th.
gets ahead. As look at that, Joe.
Oh, someone just dropped.
No, I think that's Robert's taken the long lap penalty.
Yeah, it is. But someone else dropped at the same time.
Jose Antonio Rueda, Van der Gerberg has dropped down to 27. No, we have got a yellow flag. I think you're right.
Yep.
I think that's Navarro. That's who's dropped down. I think Jorge Navarro has crashed, and I wonder if that's down at turn 4. Yellow flags are out. Now,
no, it's just past it, apparently, turn 6.
It's a short lap here. We might, depending on where it is, they've really red flagged the races if they can't get it back in time. But they say we've gone green.
Yeah, he's fine. Ooh,
Yeah,
limping a bit, so it must have been a bit of a higher speed crash.
Turn 6, here we go. Down on the right-hander. Oh, he just drops the front. Again, that's it. It's like Bagnaia, and we had that earlier on. Both VR46s and Pedro Costa all went down in the warm session this morning, by the way.
Oh, that's...
We've had
Pedro's
9.
done a lot.
That makes our 10th crash today alone. 10 crashes as Alonso battling with Gonzalez. So that's David Alonso in 4th ahead of Manuel Gonzalez. But Alonso's going to try another cutback to try and sweep back through. If he can find the momentum, this is the battle for 4th position at the moment.
So 1 down, 1 we don't know where he went. Seriously, what happened to him?
I don't know where Sasaki went.
It says N1, so...
I think Sasaki didn't start the race. He's not completed any sector time,
Yeah.
so I think Mom Sasaki did not start this race. I'll check with what's happening with the Twitter polls.
So it's lap 5 of 26. And bear in mind, I'm going into this completely blind because I do not know the rookies from this year and how to pronounce their names and how to pronounce some other people's names. I'm just going to say the number 8 Safasi 81 because I do not.
Over the line, Hologado, Munoz, Alex Escray, Alonso, and Hologado's got the fastest lap of the race so far. Coming into it as well as they fly in. Hologado, though, and never mind that. Look at that on the inside. Tony Albarino has been completely swamped on the inside. Gonzalez has jumped ahead of him. Vietti's just behind. There's Alonso Lopez, and I think that's Guevara getting ahead of Ortola.
And
Barry Boltus making the move, Megan, wasn't it, on Dennis Onchu?
Yeah, it was. For some reason, his name reminds me so much of the name Brutus.
Barry Boltus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What day is it in March? The Ides of March. Get it? Caesar. Brutus.
I don't remember.
You'd be no help in the Roman times then.
Infamy, they've all got it infamy.
Oh, so you do know.
That's Greek. Pontius. Caesar.
Caesar was
Rome.
Caesar was the Roman emperor.
Who was the Greek one? This is not the conversation.
Alexander the Great.
That's the one. This is not the conversation to be having in the Brazilian Grand Prix. Right, lap 6 of 26. Hologado. He's got a 4/10 advantage over Munoz at the moment. Alex Escray continuing on as they come over the line. So far, so good, really, in terms of the impressive starts of the Natures.
Lap 7.
Yeah, it's a quick race here, as we were expecting yesterday. The sprint race was quite quick as well.
Passing.
Piqueras going through the inside line, and as it goes wide and gets the undercut and swoops back through on Colin Fire with a tremendous attack. You can turn that heat off if you like, it's warm in here. So good swap back there coming into it as they still power their way through. Lap 7 of 26. Hologado from Munoz. Alex Escray, David Alonso, battle for second right now between Munoz and Alex Escray. I keep doing that. We've got the pronunciation guide this week as well. Alex Escray. Escray, yeah.
Alex Escray.
Yeah, but it's Craig. It's weird. In English, you pronounce it Alice Craig, but then we got the correct pronunciation guide from the Spanish media, and it's Alex Esquich. Yellow flag's on sector 2.
That is.
Oh, that's Angel Piqueras.
You can't rejoin this race, mate.
Yeah, you can't rejoin now. You've got to get it off the circuit. No rejoins from accidents now is the new rule. And after, he's riding okay by the way, but yeah, after a few of them rejoined and got a slap on the wrist in Thailand, now the rule is set in stone. You cannot return that bike to the track.
You've just got to go sit down and eat something and watch the race.
We are in Brazil, maybe a banana.
Yeah.
Or an orange.
See.
Let's have a look at how that happened, though. It's 6.
Ooh.
He had one moment, and then he was...
Yeah, he got dishevelled by the curb.
Yeah.
He's taking lessons in good...
I must say, I did say during the Moto3 broadcast, but credit where credit's due, Megan. You picked out turn 4 as being a negative camber, sort of rise up and flat. As we might have a red flag here because that yellow flag's still out in this third sector.
And then now a bit longer.
Yeah, but they're now approaching that part of the circuit. They don't usually like to do this if there's marshals and riders in the way. As the 28 dives still on the inside, where's that bike been left? It is through the chicane. There's marshals still in the attack area. So how can we need...
Been very in there.
So how come we needed a red flag for Moto3 to recover the bike, but somehow in Moto2 we don't, and it's in a much more worse position coming through the chicane?
It tells you how much faith they have in Moto2 compared to Moto3.
That's a truth possibility, but that should have been a red flag.
I agree. There were still people running in the areas where it's really dangerous.
Or introduce some sort of virtual safety car.
Yes.
Where they can all slow down to a set speed limit, the pit lane speed limiter.
Like 100.
I'll do it. It's just, you've got to make it safer. Come on.
I mean, the yellow's still out and they're coming round the second time.
Yeah, if this is not solved by now, then now it's gone. Now we go green.
That took too long.
That took way, way, way too long because it's quite thick gravel here that they've had to install.
Something would have had to have been done, but...
Oh, on the inside, that's a sweet move from Manuel Gonzalez.
And
that
was a big move.
Yeah, Alonso gets... So Gonzalez gets ahead of Alonso. Oh, hello, follow me. Gonzalez says to Alonso, follow me.
So what were we saying about tempo?
Yeah, negative camber, high, and then it goes flat as it rises up. And you said about how that was causing the problems because as soon as you rise over the crest, you lose the grip on the front. You've been saying that all weekend long.
Turn 4 was been even.
Took until the red flag in Moto3 for the TNT guys to finally notice it's off camber.
What?
Yeah, you've got that way before the professional riders and broadcasters did. You've been saying that all weekend long.
It took them this long?
Yeah.
I thought they were just ignoring it. That is a worrying thing for them. Come on, everyone's going down at that area. Also, they better look at turn 10. I mean, it's not as much of a problem.
That's where Digi crashed this morning. And Bezecchi, Digi crashed, Morbidelli crashed, and Acosta crashed this morning. They were the three. We had 4 down in Moto3. That makes it 5. What was it? 7, 8.
4 down in
3 plus 4 plus the 1, 2 down here.
9.
Yeah, 9. And
What more? Get perfect 10.
That's just today. That's just today.
Yeah.
That's how bad this has been.
We've had a lot more.
Alberto Fernandez has got ahead of Dennis Onchu now. He's up 7 places from where he started.
That's Augusto's brother, isn't it?
One of them. There's so many Fernandezes around this sport.
There are. It should be renamed Moto Fernandez.
Yeah, not Moto2.
So, yeah, there's 4 areas of this track which are worrisome. Turn 1, a little bit with the exit, though it's not as much of a concern unless it's a bit wetter weather. Turn 4, turn 6 is a little bit of an issue, given how you take the curves, and then turn 10. Turn 4 and 10 are the most concerning of the issues on the track currently. And it's everyone... Okay, so midfield are the only people who are actually making any moves. The 99 has just gone past 72, and it's the 53 has just gone past Alberto Fernandez, who's a 54. So now they're trying to go themselves in order.
It's pretty much Daniel, 1-2. Alex, Manuel, David, Izan, Tony, Colin, Ivan and Chestino. So it's a Daniel 1-2.
If this is going to be the order, then Escree is going to feel very left out on the podium.
Yeah. And I think Onchu just dropped down a couple of places as well.
Did.
Would you mind?
Escree's middle name isn't Daniel by any chance, is it? He doesn't think so. You never know, it could be. He could be going by his middle name and his real name's actually Daniel.
Daniel Alex Screech.
That actually is a good name.
It is a good name. Write that one down. Over the line. Half distance coming up.
Right. It's also a sea of blue up until 6th position. I'm going to count in 7th position as well because it's a very nice grey.
Half points were awarded last time out in Thailand after the 2 red flags we had there. So the championship has changed ever so slightly. Holgado will now be leading on 33 points. Gonzalez will be 7.5 behind from Daniel Munoz, who'll be 9 behind, and Guevara 13 behind.
Not the half point system.
Yeah,
we had enough of that in F1.
Yeah, we had to, because technically, despite originally saying that the restarted race, which was 5 laps long, deserved 4 points, because it was red flagged twice, the original distance didn't actually go to half, so it had to be half points.
Question: why couldn't they have just used sprint points?
Well, the Moto2 just got red flagged in the previous one. That was 5 laps in length, and they got maximum points. The sprint race yesterday was 12 laps. They got half points. How? Just they should have.
Someone there is lying about their maths degree.
Well, it's no longer Dorna, is it? It's MotoGP Sporting Agency. Something. It's MPA or something.
Whoever's done that needs to retake maths and percentages.
I love what someone said yesterday as well. Maybe it's not the best idea to have the boss of MotoGP, the boss of Dorna, his nephew, be the guy who inspects all the circuits.
Well, that's gone great, hasn't it? We had a sinkhole.
Sinkhole.
Sinkhole, flooding.
It's been a weird week.
It's like there's been signs that we shouldn't race here.
The track's dirty. The facilities aren't complete.
And people are flying in the air.
People are flying in the air. It's been flooded. We've had sinkholes. But
endless crashes.
The people are lovely.
Yes.
The atmosphere is
that
electric.
Makes up for it.
Yeah, and the circuit is actually giving us some good racing. But we're here too early.
We are.
That's it. We're here.
It's an annoyingly good circuit. We just need to be here in like June.
Yeah, we're here way too early.
I agree. It's like March, not a good time to go racing here.
Round 2 of the season always seems to be providing a problem. Do you remember we were in Argentina and everything got condensed in like 2 days?
Yeah. Also, what is that red thing?
Hang on, the Furusato. Taya Furusato.
That's round turn 10.
He's dropped down to 24th position and he's stopping on my screen. There's no yellow flags out yet though. Has his transponder gone?
Has he just gone wide, do you reckon?
No rain conditions here today though. It's bright sunshine.
Yeah, he's just gone wide.
Yeah, Furusato's continued on, mate. Well, I think he must have just gone wide somewhere or the bike packed up for a second.
He must have did what I think it was Bsky did a few days ago, gone wide and then continue through the gravel to the other side and then come out through the little exit thing.
Same part of the track, but he's now dropped all the way back, so I'd love to see if we've got a replay of that from Tayo. Aaron Canet, I think, jumping up the order there.
Yep.
We're watching now the battle between David Alonso, Izan Guevara and Tony Arbolino.
Ooh.
And on the inside line comes Guevara on David Alonso for that 5th position. And a sweet move on the inside line makes it stick.
Guevara almost lost it there. There was a massive twitch round one of the corners.
Yeah, Onchi's dropped down 3 places as well. Salak and Foggia have got through, and we already knew that Alberto Fernandez made up a position as well.
Still, it's just a sea of blue.
13 to go. We're halfway in the Moto2. And this is now where we start to have the question, because these... Oh, and here comes to the inside Tony Arbolino. He makes the move on David Alonso. And can now Arbolino get a run on Izan Guevara as Dennis Onchu has dropped down more positions, and so has actually Joe Roberts. He's dropped down a couple as well. So we'll see what's happening there. I wouldn't think so. I just don't know why we're running wide so much, as Alonso can't get ahead of Arbolino, and still Guevara keeps 5th position.
15 of 26 currently out on the track, and I'll admit, there's good lap times on the first 3 on the grid, but that's just because they're separating themselves from everyone else.
Yeah. The rest of the field is just sort of like, oh, okay, was that happening?
There's 4 areas of this field. And it's annoying that they're all technically in the same sector as each other.
Same sector, same part, same attempt. It's all sort of go, go, go.
They're just so close to each other that they look like they're put into groups. It's like swarms of fish.
Vietti gets ahead of Ivan Ortola for 9th position as well, so Ortola drops down. Last points paying position, Sergio Garcia.
Schools of fish, I should say.
So why didn't Suzuki start this race then?
I am guessing there might have been a issue. Do you know with stalling?
I reckon,
MotoGP,
yeah, there's something.
Moto2 equivalent of stalling.
I was looking it up, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were. But it's all kind of gone smooth right now. I'm not using the Q over C word for this.
What was that?
Did someone just click a banjo or something?
Sounded like a bump.
Yeah, a banjo. What was that noise? That must have been from a TV direction. And that is the number 81 getting past the 8. I think it's
Senna Igus.
Igus and is it Foggia?
Yeah. Dennis Foggia.
Foggia.
Dennis Foggia, yeah.
I don't know how to say these people's names.
You got it right.
Yay!
Megan's here because my voice is going nuts. So I'm trying not to stretch it.
Especially since he has NASCAR later.
Yes. To be fair though, NASCAR's starting an hour earlier, which means I get to bed late earlier.
That's good.
I'll take that.
That is nice for you.
Tomorrow I am continuing my quest to 100% Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. And then I return to the Skywalker Saga. Here's the start then, Meg. This is what you missed.
Ooh.
Watch out for Daniel Munoz. Lights out. And off he goes. Rocket start. He's up 9 places. Keep an eye on him. We've highlighted him on the graphic. Inside line at turn 1. And he'll briefly take 3rd position. Swaps it back, drops back, and then he'll just make up ground. That's the kind of start you can have at this circuit, Meg, as you saw yesterday in the sprint.
That was too smooth. And also, that guy didn't start.
Suzuki. Did he still on the grid?
No.
Just wasn't in the
He
pit?
wasn't there.
Was he in the pits?
He must have been in the pit lane. There must have been something wrong with the bike.
I've had nothing coming in from my usual source. Mr. Patterson is a bit busy at the moment.
Yeah, probably trying to get out of single.
He's trying, yeah, super.
So what I love about that sinkhole is the fact that it looked smaller and then they made it so much bigger.
It's okay though, because it did provide a solution when the big dome formed over the track.
I just keep thinking of that Simpsons thing.
Dome Depot. Best joke of the entire movie. Everything you need for your dome maintenance is a Dome Depot. Dome Depot. Move going further back, look at this. Look how close Tony Albarino got to tagging out David Alonso as well. Just millimetres on that original replay. And here we go again then, as we come across the line, start lap 18 of 26. We're seeing now Izan Guevara in 5th position. David Alonso is in 6th. Tony Albarino is in 7th. As JT right now is at an event at a raceway in Northampton, and it's a car park.
Ah.
Isn't it nice?
Yes. Gloating much?
I can't sing. My voice could not go that high today.
It's
Millions of people cheer.
But if millions of people cheer, that means billions are crying.
Dark.
Very.
You're the type of person who would delay an execution to execute a puppy.
I know, I like puppies.
What makes you sad?
No.
There we go. Barry Boltis sending some good sector times. So is Albertus. Oh, I'll hold my breath back. That sounded a bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger then.
Yeah.
Look at Hologado, Munoz, it's great. They're all sending really fast X3 times as we see now. Guevara holding off the back. Gonzalez has already gone through, but Alonso is still in 6th position. Guevara in 5th. Tony Arborino's dropped back into P7. They're still in that battle.
Though on the bright side, no one's crashed.
Here comes Alonso on the inside line down to turn 1. He's going to trail break it in as well on the inside line. And now, can Guevara get the undercut to rise up towards turn 3? They're nearly close to contact through 2. This is rising up into the kink. Now into turn 4. Oh, Alonso's getting a little bit out. He might go down.
Just missed out.
Under braking. Goes wide. Look at the speed that Guevara has to close back. He's just reeling him in, Megan, time after time.
Like fishing. Helps that they all are in blue. So it kind of looks like the water. So it's like they are just fishing and reeling in.
That's
caught one.
Perfect symmetry right now from Alonso and Guevara. They've moved over through the chicane with perfect harmony.
In Moto2, do they just have a competition to see how many different shades of blue they can get?
It's pretty much the same. Even I have trouble identifying sometimes. Oh, by the way, special Brazilian livery for Cassini.
Oh.
Brazilian flag.
Oh. I mean, I think that the R46 has already basically got this Brazilian flag.
Yeah. That too. By the way,
what are they gonna do?
The virtual wall of information is ready.
Oh,
it's all set up perfectly.
You happy about that?
For when I need it, yes. Yellow flag.
And who is that?
Sector 3. Tayo Furusato again.
And I think it is actually him.
Yeah, he stopped, isn't it? Yeah.
But the thing is, he stopped in Sector 4, so why is Sector 3 going?
Tayo Furusato has crashed. Rider okay, it says on our messenger board.
Yeah, he's crashed in Sector 4, so why is Sector 3 like?
He's at turn 12, yeah. It's just at the it's just at the exit on the right hand after the chicane. Oh, he lost the front early. At least he's up and walking away.
Ooh, what's it called?
Airbag.
It went off. That's a rare thing in any motorsport. As people who've been watching for a while would know, I'm very passionate about the airbag actually opening.
Yeah, it doesn't go off as many times as you think it does.
Ever since Nakagami got slammed into the track.
And it didn't go off.
Yeah. I think they've made a massive change.
I think it was a system failure, wasn't it, for that? It wasn't pumped up enough. It didn't have enough gas to...
Yeah, he got slammed on the ground twice. I was very concerned.
Yeah, he went off. He didn't crash once. He crashed twice in that session. Both times it didn't go off. Now, the airbags give you 2 blows, of course.
Yeah,
so
he
blew... 2 protections.
He had 2 blows.
And didn't have any.
He didn't have any protection.
Saying that out of context doesn't sound right.
He slammed into the track accidentally because his bike crashed, and the airbag, despite having 2 chances, didn't go off either time.
That's better, because I was just thinking...
Yeah, I did. I was thinking that too.
People are going to take that out of context. Lap 21.26, Holgado, he's now got he had a 2-second lead. That's now dropped to 0.461. Munoz might actually be in contention here.
It's possible. I think if he slows down enough or himself makes a mistake, then there definitely is.
Like now?
Yeah.
Because he is right on him. There's several points in the track where you go, okay, now's going to be the chance to lunge for it. Now's going to be the attempt.
Maybe he should throw a banana. Like in Mario Kart.
That's Formula 1.
It's the place for it.
That's Formula 1.
True. They have bikes in Mario Kart. I mean, I find it impossible to ride them. But they had them. Seriously, I'm impressed with whoever can manoeuvre a bike on Mario Kart, because how?
I like riding with the bikes.
How? I tried it once on Rainbow Road, which honestly is a mistake.
Probably not the best one to train.
Yeah, I can't keep it on there with a car.
22 or 26.
Let alone a bike.
I don't think anybody could do Rainbow Road bar Max Verstappen.
He'd probably be disqualified at the end of it.
He did get disqualified, did you know? Yeah. Also, a reporter did ask Max Verstappen, did you train for this race using
His
Rainbow
whole life
Road?
is training.
Yeah, no, using Rainbow Road.
Did he?
No. Ferrari, however, literally have put Mario Kart on their steering wheel.
I know, it's going to entertain them a lot. I reckon that's why Charles and Lewis are actually having fun.
Yeah. Oh, I've got boost now. It's good.
in real life, Lewis Hamilton just throws a banana at Charles Leclerc and runs away.
Whereas Mercedes have got that golden one where I can just keep going for like ages, and it keeps just going shooting them up the road.
Woohoo! I like that one.
What's BitGet as a sponsor? I don't know what that is.
I do not know. It sounds like a continuation of Bitcoin, but I don't know.
Oh, I can move things to my iPad.
You only just figured that one out.
Oh no, I know I've got that, but I can put.
But you didn't know you could do it.
I could put like I could put something else on. I can have 4 screens now connected.
Oh, you're just so happy you have it.
I'm really happy. My new toy, my new notes. I've gone a bit wireless.
The trees are very happy.
Yes, because that was the result. Years of notes and a bag full down here we just haven't gone through. It was that kind of made me go, yeah, maybe not.
There are so many trees that are now thankful.
Oh, Alonso is pushing like crazy, isn't he? He's desperate to keep ahead of Guevara, but in doing so, it's bringing in Albarino, and they're just sort of going bang, bang, bang on sectors and corners as well. Alonso won't hold for 5th place much longer.
No, I don't think he will either. Hold on. Wait, where is Alonso Lopez gone? Oh, 11th. He's not had a good time of it.
Yeah.
He's really fallen back.
Battle for 3rd is between Alex Esquich and Manuel Gonzalez. 8 tenths between them. I think we should be looking at the lead though. Holgado and Munoz are separated by 2 tenths of a second right now. It's open up in the mini box.
5th? In a lap, he's gone up like at least a tenth.
Yeah.
He can do it.
It's closing. It is closing.
Yeah, this is manageable.
It's very exciting is what it is as well. Hang on a minute, where's my driver truck gone? I wish I'd fixed that.
Yeah, why does it do that?
I don't know, it's bugging me.
Really weird glitch. Like, right now, I don't know what my previous grades are. I don't know grades for my last module, Green Criminology, because for some reason, if anyone from Turn It In is listening, please fix that! No one can see their grades.
Definitely going to need to find a solution to that one.
Yeah, because I have no idea whether I have to do something or not.
3 to go here in Moto2.
Seriously, it's a problem.
Catching is one thing, passing is quite another.
That's why they have bananas to throw.
Oh, on the inside, that's going to be Munoz going for the lead of the race. He goes ahead of Holgado. Can he get it shut down to the chicane? Yes, he can. And David Munoz leads. Started 11th, up 10 places.
Has he just...
Going for his first ever Moto2 victory.
Has he just gained a 10th in like a second?
Yes. Holgado, this is going to be a feisty last 2 laps, isn't it? Over the line we come. Holgado will dial in.
I think it's his.
Pirelli rubber is going to be now back up. Holgado pulls to the outside line. Munoz will let him go because he'll know he'll get the slipstream back around for a tow. It's Calex versus Calex.
Besides, he's got 2 more chances.
Yeah. He knows that he can now lead over the line, which is bad news for Holgado.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think of that. It could be a photo finish.
Holgado has won 2 Moto2 races.
Garcia's been passed.
Oh, hang on, my timing screen's gone.
Oh. That's odd.
Oh, it's vanished. Oh, it's back now.
I was going to say, we promised it's still there. It's back. That was odd.
So Daniel Holgado won the Catalan and Japanese Grand Prix last year. They were his 2 victories. But never has a victory been taken for Daniel Munoz in Moto2 in his 23 starts, which is odd because Munoz, we've always sort of, he's been up there in Moto2 quite a lot. He's been the bridesmaid in just such a short amount of time.
Like Lottery.
Yeah, but Munoz has been really strong. Really hope he can do something here.
I hope for him he can also do this, especially at this new circuit.
Yeah, Munoz went too soon. Should have said that. Also overtake for the last lap. Because what's the gap now?
7 tenths.
Yeah, last lap time, the call.
8 tenths, okay.
Yeah, he's backed off. Olagado's now just taken, hasn't he?
Why he's backed off, I don't know, which kind of gives me the impression maybe there's something wrong with his bike.
I think the tyres are gone. He's cooked them. Olagado, it will be his 3rd Moto2 victory, his 7th career victory coming up.
Yeah, that.
Whoa, side-by-side action though, further back. Battle for 3rd. Alice's Screech has lost out to Manuel Gonzalez. Gonzalez takes 4th. You can hear the engines going boom, 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 boom on the back.
Well, he can be the odd one out now on the Daniel podium.
Timing screens are having a little bit of a
fluctuation?
Yeah. Trying to say, what was it? Fluctuation. I went for fluctor.
New word?
Yeah. Brand new word.
I like it better.
They really are crashing right now, aren't they? That's going to be quite interesting to see who goes where.
My timing screen's gone.
There's one up here.
Upset.
Into the last few corners, though. Daniel Olagado is going to win for a 3rd time, and he will take the Brazilian Grand Prix.
Nails.
It's over the line. The checkered flag falls once, twice, and 3 times. A Moto2 winner. Daniel Olagado wins as Felipe Massa waves the checkered flag.
Woo! Mine's frozen.
Munoz. Yeah, they all have. Yeah, there we go.
Yours went off again.
Yeah, Munoz 2nd, Gonzalez, Alex Screech, Alonso, Guevara, Alberino, Via, Vietti, Tola the top 10.
I can't tell whether Munoz is happy that he got 2nd or angry with himself.
Happy but angry, I'd say.
That seems like it. He did a very aggressive...
Daniel Olagado, though, taking victory. That's 3rd victory and the 1st win of the season. 2 different winners, though. Gonzalez got the previous one.
They seem happy with each other.
I think that would put Olagado as the championship leader.
Ooh.
Trying to find the standings. Come on, selects.
It does not want to comply.
No, they're not working. Okay, well, we don't know. Right, what do you make of Moto2?
I thought it was good, though it doesn't bring me much ideas for what MotoGP will be like, because both Moto3 and Moto2 were so different.
Salak and Bolter's photo finish, and it's under investigation.
Ooh.
So the video progress is in, and I think they've given it to Salak. Boltas in 15th. Still, you can disappear now, and I'll see you in 50 minutes.
You sure?
Yeah, because 5 to the hours when we go on for the race.
Bye-bye.
So, what's a interesting Moto2 Grand Prix of Brazil? Cheers, mate. So they come through. Video progression is still in progress as for 14th position, as we'll hopefully find out who is victorious. Still don't know why Amon Sasaki didn't start the race. We'll try and catch you up on that front to see if there's a change. But I can see nothing currently flashing up on our television screens to tell me why. I presume it's just some sort of issue that caused the problem. No, nothing really coming in. Okay, we'll keep an eye out. Everyone was talking about Indonesia's first podium. I just got a new... Okay, yeah, so the timing pass has died as well. So there are a few issues coming through. So the last lap went crazy for the timings, and now we don't know if this is right or not. So at the moment, Sergio Garcia's got the final... No, hang on, Boltas. Who's got the final point then? Is it Boltas coming in? We'll double check. Sunny conditions still here at Brazil, as we will head down and rejoin TNT Sports.
On the 26th of March, TNT Sports will move from Discovery Plus to its new streaming home on HBO Max in the UK. To keep streaming TNT Sports, simply download the HBO Max app or go to hbomax.com and sign in using your existing Discovery Plus login details. It's that simple. you'll still find all the same elite streaming features of Discovery Plus, like UHD, multi-view, and key moments on select sports, now under the same roof as the most talked about series and hit movies. Activate your HBO Max account from the 26th of March to stay in the game and keep streaming TNT Sports.
Right, let's go back down to the team.
Yeah, all to come this week at that big switch for new home for TNT Sports. But here in Brazil, a new home for MotoGP, and Daniel Gardo's taking the first Brazilian Grand Prix victory in this country in 22 years in the class. Manuel Gonzalez looks bereft, looks annoyed. Having a look at the front tyres of the other two riders in Parc Ferme. But an important third place, important points for the championship. He loses the championship lead to today's race winner, Daniel Gardo. Danny Munoz in between them in Parc Ferme. But that was a tough one out there, wasn't it? That is a battle of attrition we've just seen.
Yeah, when you look at the championship, some performances, Holgado certainly stand out as he takes the championship lead, and probably for Manu Gonzalez, looking at that young challenger and how strong he was today, and yeah, that will have him thinking at this point in the season. Holgado was exceptional. His response after the overtake from Munoz, his ability to control that pace from the front, exceptional today.
What a day for the Aspar team. It's a success coming again.
And Alonso, the letdown for the Aspar boys after Moto3 and Moto2 today, but still a solid performance in the top 5 finish.
Right, let's hear from the winner of the opening round, Manuel Gonzalez, who tipped Alex's Switch to third.
What a race to dig in like you did and fight back to take Alex on the final lap. That feels like a really important podium.
I think that this race was the most difficult technically riding for me, because I suffered with the bike from the first lap, and I was really trying not to crash. It's the first start of the season. We cannot make errors, so it's what I had in mind. I was making a lot of saves, but I was trying to adapt my riding style. What does Danny do to be faster? He does a lot with the rear, so I tried to copy, and I maintained the pace with calm, finished the race. I was lucky that Alex was slow in the last laps, and I could overtake him, but yeah, I'm happy because this counts like a win. Thank you.
Great job, well done.
Thank you.
Very analytical straight away after the race there, Manuel. It's like it's in his head already.
Yeah. I just said I thought he was angry because he's looking at his young championship contender controlling things from the front. Look at his right side of the front tyre, it's gone, and Manu's style, he does use the front end to turn. He's trying to adapt to match what Holgado does, steering through the middle and rear of the bike a little more. Not today though.
Seeing that like that, something to think about for MotoGP, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. It's going to be an issue today, as he said. Problems from the outset, and the same the front end of that tyre would be a difficult ride to the finish.
David Alonso, 5th place today, not to be for him. Let's have he gave it everything, didn't he? Danny Munoz. Let's have a hear what he has to say to Jack Appiah.
Danny Munoz, where did that come from? Fired through with one of the best starts I think we've ever seen, to then take the lead with 2 laps to go. You must be delighted with that performance.
It's true that the start was amazing, my best start in my life. I was working a lot in that because the last year was the most difficult part of the races, but incredible. The team is doing a very good work with me, tell me all the time, come, be focused, enjoy, and this race is for him, for they. Amazing, very difficult race because the temperature today is super high compared to the other days, but finally in the last laps I tried to overtake Danny, but my front tire was dead, and I prefer to be second. It's a good result for me. And that's it. Thank you everybody, my family, Antonio, Mario, Jorge, Arroyo. Thank you for everything.
Super ride, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, he's been filling the rider a lot over the last couple of years now, steps up as a permanent rider for the first time in the championship. Not coming the traditional route Danny Munoz, Michael, but has shown he deserves to be here.
Yeah, certainly. I remember watching him in 2022 riding a stock R6, sort of drifted off the radar, didn't have the money, so it's a bit of a fairy tale to see him back in a top team, former championship winning squad in the Taltrans and delivering results like this. I love to see the turnaround of fortunes for this young man.
Was he Donna Cardoso?
He was, yeah.
Yeah. Right, let's hear from our race winner today, third for Danny Olgado.
Danny, that was some rides. You started today in Q1 and now you finished it as victor of the Brazilian Grand Prix. The mentality you showed to battle back on Danny Munoz, just how important a win is this at the start of the season?
Yes, today was a very good day for me. P1 in Q1, P1 in Q2, and winning the race. It's amazing. Amazing Sunday here in Brazil. Absolutely mentality for this moment, because on Friday I was P21 and not is a easy thing to go for the victory. But I'm very happy. Thanks to my team for the amazing job. Thanks to my family for the support. Also my girlfriend and my friends.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Excellent performance from Danny Olgado, who is our first Brazilian Grand Prix winner in the Moto2 World Championship. Right, with the delay to that race after the red flag in Moto3, that's all we've got for Moto2. When we come back from the break, we'll be building up to the Brazilian Grand Prix in MotoGP.
Oh, well, that's a shame we won't get the podium, but at least we heard from the top three. Well, there we go then, folks. Just quickly, Barry Bolters finishes 14th with the Phillips Lag in 15th, so the 7 did get that position. We'll be back soon with MotoGP.